All right, let's talk about what they did to Photoshop, because honestly, there's a lot to go over. So what exactly did Photoshop do? So they came out with a new update that's currently in beta, but it's actually pretty huge. They added a few things to it, but the big one that everyone's really talking about is generative fill. And just real quick for everybody who wants to get in and try this out, if you go over to your Creative Cloud and you go over to beta apps, it should say Photoshop beta. If you just install it, you're good to go. Go from there, open up the program, and you have everything in the beta and you can check it out for yourself. All right, so hopping into Photoshop, I'm gonna hop straight into the brand new and like the biggest update that they did. And I just wanted to show it off a little bit. So if you make a selection anywhere inside of your Photoshop document and you hit this button right down, it should be like right below wherever you select, it says generative fill. As soon as you click that, it's very similar to these new AIs that are coming out that are creating the art for you pretty much. For example, I'm going to type cats. We're going to generate that. And as you can see, this isn't the best cat photo, obviously, but Photoshop does give you 3 options here that we can look through. So we have this one and this one. This one is the best one. It's honestly probably, it might just be a stock photo. We'll keep this. And now we have this tool where we can add on to things in the photo. And that's a little bit more what I wanted to talk about with this. So I'm going to make a selection right here above this cat, and I'm going to type cat. This is what I do with Photoshop when they give me these tools. I make cat things. All right. So I'm going to put a hat on this cat using it. And there's some key things that I want to highlight when this generates that I kind of think that is important to talk about when we're going over this tool. All right. So honestly, this hat is amazing. First of all, let's talk about that. This hat is even better. I'm going to go with the first one. Okay. As you can see, the AI program actually matches the light within the photo, which is an insane thing to ask for. And it even did a pretty good job with the hat. Now, there are a lot of things that, frankly, this AI is struggling with. And as we can see right here, it's the text. I don't know what that says. I think that says chirp. But that's not what this AI is made for. This AI is made to help expand photos and do more light AI work than create art for us. So it's lacking in this creation of creating art for us, but it's a lot more than that. So on the screen, I have one of my pictures. Now, this is not a full picture. The real picture, I took this vertically and I used our generative fill and our content aware fill to fill in both sides of this photo. So which one is which? On the left side, I used the new generative fill tool. As you can see, it made it look almost seamless. I don't really see a lot of imperfections. There's some things that I would personally change about this photo, but it looks like I took it straight from the camera. There's a little bit up here that looks a little weird when you get into it, but it's really easy to fix. Now on the right side of the photo, this was straight up a select the box, content aware fill. I took it as is, so obviously you wouldn't be always doing this, but I think it was important to show the difference in between the tools and what they were capable of. So yeah, we did get a little bit of the swan, and that might not be as accurate of a representation of the tool because obviously we would be masking out the swan. But even the water is a lot more choppy than the water on the left side. And I think that's a huge, huge difference in between the tools. And I think that's really saying something for what we're going to be using going forward.